If I were to be captured, and if the Daleks were to examine my memories...
This is the Dalek Supreme! Doctor!
Hi everyone, TARDIS Guy 123 here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Doctor Who Masters of Earth. Now this is a 6th Doctor main range release from November of 2014, and for those of you who don't know, that was the 50th anniversary of the Dalek invasion of Earth, which this story is a prequel to. Following enough, of course, you've got the invasion Daleks there, their big bumpers at the bottom and whatnot, and the discs on the back. You've also got a Roboman there, which was a key feature of that story, 6th Doctor and Peri. And of course this is part of the new Peri trilogy, the middle part from 2014. And the first part was Widow's Assassin, which I reviewed a couple of days ago, and the next part is the Rani Elite, which I will be reviewing pretty soon. So of course written by Mark Wright and Kevin Scott there. Got the 6th Doctor, new BBC logo, not BBC logo, new Doctor Who logo, which I actually quite like more than the 50th one. And there you've got the featuring bit. Nice cover actually. And then you've got the spine there, the 6th Doctor logo and whatnot, number 193, nearing 50. And then here is the details on the back. Will it stand? There seems to be a continuing problem in my reviews. Nothing likes to stand, but this one is cooperating. So directed by Nicholas Briggs there. And there you've got the kind of like background information on the story, and there you've got your full cast. And you've got your other details there. Runtime 120 minutes approximate, so over 2 hours it is. And here we have the inside of the release. So you've got your other logo there on the booklet. Then you've got disc 1, which are parts 1 and 2, and disc 2, which is parts 3 and 4. So that's that, and there you've got some other releases. So Genocide Machine, the Apocalypse Element, Mutant Phase, and the Time of Daleks. Those three are the Dalek Empire stories. Little arc at the start of the main range, and then you've also got Jubilee and the Juggernauts, which are two other 6th Doctor Dalek stories. So some interesting stuff there. Let's get the booklet out quickly. I don't know why I always have so much trouble getting the booklets out, but you know, they are what they are. And here we go. So I also don't want to damage it, because that wouldn't be good. Anyway, there's the front associated report. There's the other side with the 6th Doctor text and whatnot, 6th Doctor logo. Of course, it's quite nice actually. Then page 1. You have your director's notes, so that's from Nicholas Briggs, and you've got a picture of the cast, almost the cast. And then here you have your writer's notes by Mark Wright and Kevin Scott, who are two very talented writers. I really do like this story. I'll get into why in a bit. And they have coming soon, which is the Rani Elite, and some other information and whatnot. So yeah, that's the booklet. Much easier to put in than they are to get out, I'll say that for it. So let's put that back, and now get on to my thoughts onto the story itself. I love this story, I really do. It might just be my favourite Big Finish, I'm not entirely sure. There are a couple of other ones I really do like, but this one is amazing. It's very much a post-apocalypse story, and I love those kind of stories, so this is right up my street. And you know, it's got Daleks in it as well, Doctor Who, so that makes it even better for me. You know, there's loads of good stuff in here. It kind of takes what Dalek invasion of Earth had and intensifies it, really does. And it doesn't just borrow from the Dalek invasion of Earth, it also borrows from quite a few other stories from the 60s, and that is really, really good. It really helps make this release feel very much like a 60s release, but it's also kind of like got that it's not got an 80s style, but it's got its own style, and the music very much helps that. The music is great in this. It kind of like feels very eerie, very open. Of course, this story is set in Scotland, and that kind of like helps that, because you've got the whole silence where the Daleks have invaded, and there aren't many humans left, and there are a lot of them in hiding and whatnot. So that very much kind of like aids that emptiness, that silent, eerie feel that this story has. And also the Daleks are very good in it. They don't appear in it too much, because this is very much focused on the characters running away from them. So they don't have a big plan as such, but they are still very much as they should be, because this isn't about the Doctor foiling their plan. This is about the Doctor avoiding getting captured, and they do have a plan which becomes apparent in the later kind of like stages, and that kind of like whole story point, which I won't explain here because that'll spoil it for you, but that kind of like whole story very much helps make this feel new rather than just a retread of the first half of the Dalek invasion of Earth. And then you have some great characters here, Moira Brody and whatnot, and there are some very good twists at the end of part 3, which I won't spoil, obviously, but that's where most of the twists happen in the final part. And unfortunately, that's where my one major flaw in the story is that the twists happen too much too quickly, because it's all kind of like compressed. That final part, the first 3 parts mainly being focusing on them building characters and whatnot, then you get all your twists and turns, which happen far too often, so it ends up being, oh, this is happening, no, this is happening, no, this is happening, and that's rather unfortunate, really. It kind of like messes up the pacing in the final part. But that's not detracting from the wonderfulness of this story too much. It's still great, and I honestly do love this story with a passion. I think there is a lot to love in this. If you just get one of the stories from the from 2014, even from the main range, then I'd suggest picking up this one. And this was my first 6th Doctor Big Finish, unless you count the light at the end, of course, which isn't just him. But this is my first 6th Doctor Big Finish. And before this, I found the 6th Doctor alright. He was a 2 good in my eyes. I didn't absolutely hate him like some people did. He didn't really appeal to me too much. But this story completely changed my opinion on the 6th Doctor. It completely changed it. Colin Baker is wonderful in this story. There's kind of like this softness in the 6th Doctor during the Big Finish years that the TV version never had. It really has expanded his character, and it really does work wonders on this Doctor. It honestly does. I think he is incredible in this. Colin Baker really is good, and Nicola Bryant does her part as well, and something big happens to Peri in this, and I think both she and the Doctor work with that very well, and they truly do give a very strong performance. They also give strong performances in the Rani Elite and the Widow's Assassin, but here I think it's particularly good, and it's strong performances all around, to be honest. I mean, the character who plays, what's her name, Moira Brody, she gives a very strong performance, and she's very much a strong character. And this story does go to some dark places. You do kind of like have bodies hanging from the ceiling, and obviously you don't actually see that because it's audio. You very much kind of like get the characters talking about and whatnot, and it brings some dark images to your mind, and really doesn't kind of like hold back when it comes to this Dalek occupied world. It truly doesn't. So I think that's just about all I have to say about this, so let's wrap this up. 9.5 I'm going to say for this. So close to a 10, but those twists at the end, as I said before, they're not bad twists, it's just that they come too quickly, so that's rather unfortunate. But other than that, it is a wonderful story. I highly recommend you pick this up if you haven't already, and if you have, I suggest you re-listen to it. Just going to put that out there, because I re-listened to this recently and still loved it just as much as the first listen, and it's a great story. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.